With the Christmas season upon us, now is the time for EV drivers to get out their lengthy checklists to make sure their road trips are just slow and frustrating and not a complete disaster. The EV drivers amongst us will be fretting over which charging stations to stop at and whether, when they get there, any of the chargers are free, and if they're free, whether they're working. So in this video, I'm going to offer some free, handy hints for the festive season to EV drivers. If you're looking for EV and net zero sanity, you've come to the right place. If you like this kind of content, it'd be great to have you as a subscriber, and don't forget to enable all notifications so you never miss another video. EV exodus, thousands of owners to hit the road for Christmas. Australia's regional areas are expected to see more electric vehicles than they've ever seen before in the coming weeks, as 90,000 new electric car drivers embark on summer road trips for the first time. But experts warn the trend has the potential to challenge the nation's growing charging network and create queues over Christmas and the New Year if new drivers do not plan ahead or change their typical charging behaviour. Unlike normal people, EV drivers will have to prepare for potentially hours of queuing if a charging station is full. So expect to see long wait times. I suggest you pack lots of water, sleeping bags, tin food, and a camping stove just in case. And of course, plenty of entertainment for the kids, who will be going absolutely nuts in the back seat, with nothing to do for hours while you stand around waiting for a free charger. Leave home for your holiday with a full charge if you can, because it's cheaper and easier to charge your car at home for most EV owners, he said. We'd also encourage people to ask their accommodation provider if they have facilities for charging an electric car, even if it's just a 10 amp power point. So when booking your holiday, make sure your destination has an EV charging point. So maybe consider holidaying in a supermarket or shopping centre car park. Drivers could also check popular travel times on Google to avoid busy periods and use PlugShare to check the status of public chargers around Australia. Look, to be honest, the best plan is to leave at 3 o'clock in the morning. At least the kids will be asleep and the chargers will be free. And at least you can take a nap in the car during the night while it's charging, rather than having to do that during the day. Polestar Australia Communications head Larissa Mirabelli said EV drivers could also reduce time spent at public chargers by recharging most, but not all, of their car batteries. Try to avoid charging past 80%, as the charging speed will slow significantly, impacting other drivers, she said. Ah yes, despite the range anxiety caused by the absolute faff of EV charging, you must only use 80% of your battery capacity. And if you do feel like charging to 100%, it's going to be way slower, and the capacity of your battery will be reduced forevermore. See how that affects your range anxiety. MGUY Australia Communications Manager David Giametta also recommends the A Better Route Planner app to plot pit stops and estimate charging times, a calculation that could otherwise be overlooked. It's important to know what type of charger you're using and how long it will take to charge, he said. Wall chargers typically found at shopping centres, motels or uni car parks are usually AC and will deliver around 40 to 100 kilometres of charge per hour, and DC fast chargers will deliver around 70 kilometres range for every 10 minutes of charge time. Just let that sink in for a moment. You get 40 to 100 kilometres of charge per 1 hour at most charging stations. Good luck with your trip from Sydney to Brisbane to visit Granny, a mere 900 kilometres, which is a short hop in Australian terms. You'd need at least 2 stops and each would be 4 hours. Can you imagine what fun that would be? Mr. Durango said experienced EV drivers should also take the initiative to help newcomers with the technology for everyone's benefit. Be kind, he said. This summer there will probably be queues for EV charging in some places at some times, and many new EV drivers learning the ropes. Yeah, as well as having to help out the newbies, I suggest taking a short self-defense course to deal with the inevitable punch-ups at charging stations. This could be, for example, when a desperate parent leaves their car for a short time to take their kids to do something exciting, only to find an angry queue of evangelists all furious that the charger's occupied and nobody's there. Last but not least, always take your marshmallows and toasting forks for good, wholesome family fun when that lithium-ion battery goes into thermal runaway. And those are my EV driving tips this Christmas. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you got any tips or stories, you can hit me up at Instagram or by email. I'm taking a couple of days off now. Probably will be back during the course of next week. So I'm wishing everyone a very, very Merry Christmas.